HSU provides multiple choices for using online tools such as H5P and Camtasia for creating interactive videos that integrate with Canvas. In this tutorial, we will be working with the Camtasia add-in to record your PowerPoint presentations with voice and camera. Camtasia can also help humanize your videos and make them more engaging for your students. First, we're going to pause to look at Camtasia's track mode and the remove a color visual effect to enhance your camera recording. After recording your presentation and launching Camtasia, your screen recording will be in the media bin as one file. Drag it to the timeline and your PowerPoint recording will be on one track with the camera recording above it. If you used PowerPoint slide notes, you will be prompted to import them as timed captions. Click Yes to import the captions, which will appear on the next track up. Move your camera recording and captions up 2 tracks. This will leave 2 open tracks between the camera recording and the PowerPoint recording to use for visually highlighting your media with effects. Move the captions up at least 1 additional track. You can import a background image by clicking the plus sign and import media to choose an image file. Place the image on the track just above the PowerPoint recording and drag the head or tail so it's the same length as your recording on the timeline. In the Canvas area, resize and place your camera recording by clicking on the media to move and the side and corner points to resize. Place the image so it is behind the recording and its size matches or overlaps it. Use the Remove a Color visual effect to take out your camera recording background. A green screen works great, though any color of fabric can be used. Just be sure your background is all the same color. Drag the Remove a Color effect and drop it onto the camera recording. In the Properties panel, click the Color drop-down to choose a color or use the eyedropper tool to select the color from your background. You can use tolerance and softness to fine-tune your image. Use the track mat and callout features to change the shape and look of your video recording. Click Annotations, the Shapes icon, and choose a solid colored shape. Drag the shape onto the track above your camera recording and drag it to the same length. Move the shape in the Canvas window and resize it so it covers your image. Drag another of the same callout shape onto the track above your image. Lengthen it on the timeline and move and resize it to match your first one in the Canvas window. Camtasia will help you resize it to match. On the 2 shape callout tracks, right-click the eyeball icon to bring up track mat mode and click Alpha on both tracks. Now you can be anywhere in the universe and really impress your students. Let's go back to recording your PowerPoint lecture. First, you must access the Camtasia add-in. Click the Add-ins tab. The PowerPoint add-in toolbar is installed by default with Camtasia. If it doesn't appear in PowerPoint, you may need to enable it. To do this, go to File, Options, and Add-ins. Click on the Manage drop-down, select Disabled Items, then click Go. If the Camtasia add-in is listed, select it and click Enable. Now to record your PowerPoint presentation. Click the Add-ins tab for the Camtasia recording options. The red button is your record button. You can toggle your microphone on and off, your camera on and off, open a camera display, and adjust specific recording options. Choose your recording options and then press the record button to start your recording. You will be given the option to test your audio. After hitting record, a window will pop up. And if there is audio, you will see the audio meters bouncing. Then click the button to begin recording. Press the escape button to end your presentation and the recording, then give the recording a name. You can choose to publish your video now, or you can edit your video in Camtasia. Let's edit the video in Camtasia and learn how to create an interactive video you can use in HSU's Canvas Learning Management System. When you record a PowerPoint presentation with the Camtasia add-in, chapter markers are created for every slide automatically. You can see this information by clicking the Show Marker or Quiz button on the timeline. You can change the marker's name in the Properties panel by clicking on specific markers. You can also delete them, drag them along your media, and create new markers by dragging the blue plus sign that appears when you drag your cursor along the timeline. These markers can be used to create an interactive table of contents with options you can adjust during the exporting process. To view interactive videos made by Camtasia, they must be viewed by the TechSmith Smart Player, though you can also create a SCORM file that can be uploaded to your Canvas page, which will be shown at the end of this video. Quizzes are a fun way to engage your students with the content of the video, as well as receive a limited quiz summary report at the end of each day. To create a quiz, click Interactivity in the Tools bar. Here you can choose to add a quiz to the timeline or a specific piece of media. The quiz icon will appear where your playhead is. You can move the quiz along the timeline or on your specific media. You can add more quizzes by clicking the green plus sign in your timeline. You make your changes to the quiz in the Properties panel, starting with Type, which are multiple choice, fill in the blank, short answer, or true or false. Type your question in the space provided. I'm using the question, what additional online tool does the Center for Teaching and Learning recommend to create interactive content to engage your students? For multiple choice, you can write in any amount of answers to choose from. Be sure to click the dot next to the correct answer, in this case, H5P. To give immediate feedback to your viewer, click Display Feedback. Type in the message for a correct answer and choose one of 4 actions. Continue the video, link to a website, or jump to a specific time or marker in your video. You can do the same for an incorrect answer. Fill in the blank and true or false quizzes can give feedback. The short answer quiz will send the results to your email. By clicking the white button in the top left of your Properties panel, you can see what the quiz will look like to your viewers. The last interactive feature is Interactive Hotspot, found in Visual Effects. This feature allows you to link to a web page, pause, or jump to a point in time in your video. To create, drag the interactive hotspot to a piece of media on the timeline. You can use your own media or a callout by going to Annotations, Shapes, and dragging a shape to the timeline. Adjust the time and size, then drag the hotspot onto the shape, and in the Properties panel, choose how viewers will interact. This hotspot will be directed to the H5P tool on the Center for Teaching and Learning website. Copy the URL and paste the link in the appropriate box. Checking the Open in New Browser tab will launch the viewer to the website. Place a callout text into the shape to give instructions. To produce your interactive video, click Export, Local File, Custom Production Settings, and Next. Select MP4 Smart Player HTML5. You must choose a Smart Player option to create an interactive video. Then click Next. Choose your video settings, click Next. Fill out your video info, and click Next. Here you can select your Table of Contents options and click Next. Now you can choose if you want your quiz report sent to you through email, and choose if you want a SCORM file created and its options. A SCORM file is needed to upload your video to Canvas. Otherwise, you will need to use the TechSmith player through their website. Your produced MP4 file will not be interactive. Click Next to finish producing your video. To upload your video to Canvas, go to your Canvas course and click SCORM. Click the blue Upload button and locate the compressed zip file and click Open. After a few moments, your video will be ready to view and share with your class.